Okay, so we have, as you know, that we have got so many types of changes. You learned about different changes like the physical change, the chemical change, the reversible change, the irreversible change, the slow change, the fast change, the desirable and the undesirable changes. We have like natural changes, what you call artificial changes. Also, we have periodic changes, etc. So based on that, let's learn few questions today. Okay. So what is, let's go to the first one. What is the change taking place in the following processes? So ice becomes water upon heating, water becomes steam upon heating. We know. And when you do the reverse thing, that means when you cool the steam, it condenses to water. When you cool the water or freeze the water, it becomes ice. We all know this. So what kind of change do you think it is? Is it irreversible and physical change? Physical changes are usually reversible, you know that. But there are some cases where the physical change can be irreversible. You can't get the intact or what you call the exact original substance that you started with, right? So here, is it irreversible? You can very well know from this equation that you have a forward arrow and a backward arrow. That means it is suggesting that it is reversible. So this cannot be true. Now this is reversible or physical change? It could be. Is it a physical change, children? So is there any new substance being formed here? Do you think water is a new substance? No, it's water only. This is also a solid state of water, solid form of water, right? And steam is also a vapor form of water. So in all these three cases, the chemical composition is not changing. All the three are nothing but different forms of water, different states of water, different states of matter we learned, isn't it? So one is solid, one is liquid, another one is gaseous of the form of the same substance, that is water. So it cannot be a chemical change because new substance is not formed. So wherever there is chemical change, that is wrong. So this is the right answer. You have to first of all know the basic differences between all these types of changes. Basically between the physical change and the chemical change, children. The name itself indicates the change occurs only in the physical properties of the substances, and that's why it is called as physical change, and mostly it is reversible. Whereas if the change is happening in the chemical composition, that means altogether the chemical composition of a substance only is changing, and if it is becoming into a new substance, then we call it as a chemical change, children. Okay. If we suspend a weight using a spring, it stretches, and what kind of change is it? So you can see over here a spring which is suspended to a solid support, and when a load is added, then what happens? The spring stretches down, right? The shape of the spring changed here. What kind of quantity is the shape now? The shape or the state, all these come under the physical properties, children. The shape is changing, but the spring is not changing into a different new substance, no? Spring is remaining as a spring only. So it is a physical change, children. So it is a physical change. I have written it in a shortcut form. Please don't write like this in your homework books. Please do note down. That's very good actually. Please do note down all these questions in your homework backside. Okay. So this is physical change. Now don't stop here. Now see, most of you do this mistake. Once you see the right option in the first place, then you don't bother to go for the other options. It's the wrong way of attempting Olympiad papers. So here you have to go through all the options, then only select the right option. Can you see here? The first one is physical change, second one is chemical change, C, third one is reversible change, and D is both A and C. So it is reversible change or not, children? Once you remove the load, what happens? The spring comes back to its original state and form. So it is reversible also. It is physical as well as reversible. So you can describe this change as both physical and reversible. So the D option is correct. If you put A, it is wrong. Baking of cake is an example of. So baking involves what happens? You take wheat flour, you take eggs or whatever the ingredients you mix, and you are mixing it in the form of a dough, and then you are baking it. So when you are baking it, what is happening? there is some change in the chemical composition of all these ingredients, and ultimately what you get is nothing but a baked cake which cannot be again brought back to the original form of the dough. Can you get again dough from cake? No, you can't get. So it is irreversible. Also, there is a lot of chemical change happening inside. So it is both A and C here. Can you see chemical change as well as it is irreversible also? So D option is correct again here. Which of the following changes result in formation of new substances? So here, in which case do you find the formation of new substance? Already I told you just now that new substances are always formed in which kind of change? Chemical change. So you just see B option is correct here.
Let's take some more questions now.
Yes, children, the fifth one now. Observe the Venn diagram and choose X from the given options. So this is the Venn diagram. We have physical change in one circle and R, reversible change in another circle, and we have X here. So X is the region common to both the circles. That is, it is both reversible as well as it is a physical change. You have to find such an option which is both physical change and reversible change. Rusting of iron. Rusting of iron is a chemical change and it is an irreversible change. Burning of wax. Burning of wax, you see, when you light a candle, it just becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. So what is happening there? The wax is burnt and it is changing to a new substance, like it is forming some gas. When it is reacting with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide gas and it goes up into the atmosphere. So what is happening when the candle is burnt? You cannot get it back. So it is a chemical change. Next is melting of wax. Now melting of wax is a physical change, children, because once you heat the wax, only heating just to melt it, not to burn it. There is a difference between heating and burning, children. When you take the wax in some vessel and you just heat it a bit, then what happens? The wax melts. And when you remove the heat, then what happens? If you cool it, it becomes solid again. So it is called again, it's setting of wax. So melting of wax, again you can get the solid wax back. So it is a physical change, along with it is also a reversible change. D is milk to curd. Now when you change from milk to curd, so many chemical reactions take place and milk changes to curd there. Again, curd cannot be, cannot form milk again, right? So it is irreversible change. So what should be the correct option here, children? B should be the correct option. Study the table below. Which of the following changes is wrongly classified? You have to, when such questions are asked, you have to carefully go through or observe carefully the table twice, more than twice, then only you'll get a understanding. Changes, they are classified into reversible and irreversible, and here we have examples again. W is heating of water, X is boiling of eggs, Y is burning of crackers, Z is baking of a cake. So here reversible, do you think W and X are properly classified? Heating of water, okay, it is reversible because when you cool it, again what happens? The steam changes to water again, liquid again. Okay, so it is correct. Boiling of eggs, can you make an omelette out of boiled egg? No. So it is irreversible. Boiling of eggs is irreversible. So X is wrongly placed. Let us see this. Burning of crackers, irreversible, that's true. Baking a cake also is irreversible. So which one is wrongly posted here, wrongly classified? It is X, right? Now Sheila cooked rice in a cooker. What kind of change is it? Endothermic, natural or irreversible? When something is used, when heat is used, what is endothermic, children? Those processes which take in heat. Those processes which release out heat, they are called as exothermic, and those processes which require heat, which take in a lot of heat, then it is called as endothermic. So here, cooking a rice cooker, we need to give heat to the rice, isn't it? The rice is taking in temperature or heat and then it is then getting cooked. So it is endothermic. Also, is it natural? Naturally, does the rice gets cooked? No. So it's not natural. Is it irreversible? Once the rice is cooked, you can't get the raw rice again back, right? So it is irreversible. What are the correct options here? 1 and 3. You see where it is 1 and 3? Then select that option. That's all for today. Next time I'll be coming up with more questions. Okay?